Hey there everyone, my name is Shantanu and welcome to the course Building Java Microservices with Spring Cloud Stream. I'm really excited about the course and I'm happy that you decided to take this journey with me. In this course, we'll see about microservices bird's eye view and Spring Cloud Stream. By end of the course, you will able to create two microservices which are communicating with each other using Kafka. So, what are microservices? There is no doubt that microservices are a very popular way to build modern software. It's an architecture style in which single application is made up of suite of smaller, very light, loosely coupled, and typically HTTP services. A smaller service is not restricted to number of lines in a code. Instead of that, it's a service which does only one thing and it does it very well. The popular example would be like Linux commands find and grep. Microservices provides solution to many problems in application development like faster delivery, greater availability, and fine-grained scaling. While providing solution to many problems, it creates its own set of problems as well. Example, how to communicate between two loosely coupled services. In this series, we are going to look how to solve this problem using Spring Cloud Stream. Spring Cloud Stream is a framework for building message-driven microservice application. It abstracts out some of the core messaging engine like Kafka, RabbitMQ and other so that you can develop microservice without expertise in this framework. More details about this it can be found in the Spring documentation links. Let's begin with the programming model. Destination binders. Spring provides out-of-the-box implementation of binders like Kafka and RabbitMQ. In our demo, we are using binder implementation for Kafka. Then binding and binding name. Binding is an abstraction that represents bridge between external messaging system like queue, topic and application. Message. Message is the conical data structure used by producer and consumers to communicate. Let's move to the lab to get hands-on. I have already downloaded Kafka Bean in my system. So let's begin with starting Zookeeper. After that, Kafka server or broker. And as we can see, there are no topics present by default. So now let's create producer. In order to create producer, I'm using Spring Toolsuite as a IDE. File new Spring Starter project. I will give name it as a producer. Next, for Spring Cloud Stream, we have to select this dependency. Along with that, we need to select destination binder. So in our case, Spring Apache Kafka is destination binder. So as I click finish, it will import all the dependencies and create the producer. Now, to speed up the process, I will just copy paste the producer example. And that's done. We successfully created producer, which will create messages and publish to the Kafka topic. How easy is that? Wondering what I have done? Let me explain. We have added Cloud Stream and Spring Apache Kafka as a dependency, and Spring takes it from here. It searches for supplier bean in the application, and if application has only one, then it assumes as a Spring Cloud function and takes messages from it periodically and publish it to the topic. Let's try it out. So if we see at our terminal, let me stop this one, and if we get the list of topics, we see some topic name over here, and if we subscribe to the topic and start reading message from the beginning, we can see all messages getting published by producer. And the topic name which we see here is actually a binding name. If I show the topic name again, source out 0, it is actually a binding name. And how it is formed? So by default it takes function name as a starting, and as it is producer, the next is out and 0 is the index. Let's say there is a consumer, then it will be source in and 0. So in this way binding name is formed. So now you can relate to the programming model we discussed earlier, that is destination binder is what we added as a dependency. Now binding name is how it get generated is function name. Rather after that, what's the operation we are doing on the topic, that is we are publishing message or consuming on from it depending on that out or in, and then index which starts from 0. Now let's create another microservice with processor and consumer. It will have same dependency as a producer, but function return type will be function and consumer. So here we go. Again, it's the same process, new Spring Starter project. Let me give name as consumer. We will add the same dependency, Cloud Stream, and binder implementation Spring for Apache Kafka, and finish. So here we got consumer. Again, to speed up the process, I will copy processor and consumer. As we can see, the difference between consumer and producer is, so when we want to create producer, at that time the function return type will be supplier, and when we want to create processor or consumer, at that time the function return type will be function or consumer function. So what we are doing here in function, in processor, we are taking that tweet which we saw earlier, convert it into the uppercase and print in the consumer. Now we want to direct all producer messages to particular topic so that messages will be consumed by processor and then consumer. How will we do that? Well, application properties comes here for rescue. Let's work on that. Here is application properties for producer, and here I have added the property which will tell producer to insert messages into processor -in -0 topic. Also, in practical scenario, it's very rare to see the application having only one supplier. So we need to explicitly tell Spring use this function as a cloud function. So let me show you that property as well. Yes. So here we are telling source is a Spring Cloud function and put output of source function into processor in 0 topic. Now moving towards the consumer microservice. First, we need to introduce Spring with processor and consumer beans using this property. As you can see, I defined processor and sync properties as a cloud function. Similarly, we need to inform Spring that processor will be reading messages from processor-in topic and send it to the processor-out topic. And similarly, sync will be reading messages from processor-out topic. So we'll be defining rest of the properties here. Yeah, processor will be writing all the messages to the processor out, and sync will be reading all the messages from processor out. So now you can see flow as like this. In start, source will be writing messages to processor in 0. After that, processor will pick messages from processor in 0, convert into uppercase, and then write it to the processor out 0 topic, and sync will be reading messages from processor out topic and print it on the console. Let me start producer first, then I will start consumer. And here you go. We're printing all messages in uppercase using consumer microservice. If we look into our topic list, we have processor in and processor out newly added topics. And these topics name are defined into application.properties. Well, that's all I have today for session. We have successfully built microservices which are using Spring Cloud Stream for communication. Thank you for joining this session. We will be covering more advanced topic in upcoming session. Thank you.